Everyone, and welcome back to another video. Now, I have managed to find some more DVDs and another book that has been signed. I have a lot more signed books up there, but I did find this one and a few more DVDs and thought, do you know what, let's do another video. So I'm going to show you a bit more of the collection today. I'm going to show you what I've got here. Hope you enjoy this. Like I said, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 items. Like I said, mostly books and DVDs today that I have here, but I have also a poster as well. So let's get into it and let's kick this off with the WCPW poster. Now, this has been up on my wall. This is the Refuse to Lose. If I can bring this back, I don't know if I can get this all in. There you go, Will Ospreay and Joe Hendry at the top. We've got the Young Bucks. We've got the Viking Raiders, as they are now in WWE, over here. We've also got Kaylee Ray, B. Priestley. We've got Mike Bailey. We have got Jay Lethal. So this is something that I got. I believe somebody bought it for me as a birthday present. And this is actually up on my wall, all signed there. WCPW Refuse to Lose poster. That's really cool. I just like everyone on it. I didn't really watch too much of WCPW when it was on. I saw bits and pieces. I'd see some of the guys on it, but I didn't get to get a lot of it. I didn't manage to get into it much. And by the time I was into it, it basically then it was nearly gone. So it's a huge shame because still see bits and pieces on YouTube, and actually it looked quite a good promotion. So it's a shame that it had to end, but yeah, there we go. So it's one of my wrestling collectibles, the signed WCPW Refuse to Lose poster. There we go. Now, my next item was something I talked about the other day. Roddy Piper, who I'd met in Cardiff in 2014. I mentioned on a previous video. Roddy signed a DVD for me. He signed a t-shirt for me, which I've yet to get out. I've got to sort my t-shirts out, yeah. But he also signed this for me. I really enjoyed reading this book. In the Pit with Piper. And Roddy on the inside here signed that for me. There we go, signed by the man himself. Now, the book isn't in the best of conditions, but that doesn't matter to me. Roddy very graciously signed this for me, didn't have to. I had it with me, and I'd already had a t-shirt and a thing, and I said, oh, no, we could only have 2, I think, 2 things signed. But Roddy said, no, that's fine, and he grabbed this off me and went, no, I'll sign this for you as well, and he was so sweet. What a lovely, lovely guy. And it's still horrible to know that, unfortunately, he's no longer with us. Incredible wrestler. I'm so glad I got to meet him. He was one of my heroes, and he was every bit as awesome as I hoped he would be. Miss Roddy Piper in professional wrestling. You see him there with the mic in his hand. There was no one better. He really, really was damn good. So, really miss this guy. But again, something that I really cherish, something I absolutely love. Signed In the Pit with Piper book. And our next one is something else I really cherish. Again, as I've told you a lot before, WrestleMania 29 was my first WrestleMania. I do have a lot of merchandise and things from that. I did show you a program that was signed by the 2 men in that picture up there. Jake Hager and Alberto Del Rio, now Alberto El Patron, if you see him on the independent scene. Now, this is something actually I found recently, and I forgot I actually got this signed as well, so it's really cool to see this. And this is a signed WrestleMania 29 DVD, and it's signed, if I bring it in there, that's right, signed by Jack Swagger, Jake Hager, signed my WrestleMania DVD. Anything to do with this WrestleMania Super Special. But Jake Hager signing this and having a program signed by him, but also, like I say, that picture at the top there. It ties it all in together. This is super, super, super special. And so cool to have this signed by somebody who actually wrestled at that event, and was there in such a prominent match. Absolutely incredible. Memory I'll never forget. And just very, very cool to have something signed by the only WrestleMania I've been to. And I may not even go to one again. Who knows? But if I never go to one again, have this signed by Jake Hager, who, by the way, if you see him in AEW at the moment, is on fire. That man is on fire at the moment. If you haven't seen him in AEW, check him out in AEW. I'm wearing the t-shirt. So, yeah, go to AEW, go and watch AEW, TNT, Fight TV, wherever you are in the world, check out AEW, check out Jake Hager. Thank you for being such a good guy and signing this for me, and I hope I get to work with you again pretty soon, because Jake's a good guy, and I'd love to work with him again at some point. So there we go, that's the WrestleMania 29 DVD. Now, the next DVD is something some of the British wrestling fans, a lot of the British wrestling fans might be something that a lot of the US fans have as well. I bought this because I was enthralled by his story, I was confused by his story, and I want closure on his story. And that was a man known as Nigel McGuinness. I'd seen Nigel McGuinness, obviously, UK scene, a little bit, just sort of getting into things at that point. Then, obviously, Ring of Honor, see him come up at Ring of Honor, and then, obviously, go across then, now he's in WWE and doing all those things. But when this kind of came out, he was in Impact Wrestling. He'd had this great feud with Angle. He was Desmond Wolfe, I believe, in Impact Wrestling. And he just had this good run, and he was just getting going, and then suddenly everything stopped. He just disappeared from TV. He wasn't on, and nobody really knew what happened. And I never really got closure to it. I tried to find out what was happening with Nigel McGuinness, and never really had an answer. And then I saw this, one of the first things I think I crowdfunded. I ever crowdfunded, and it was Nigel McGuinness making a documentary about his life, what happened to him, and why he had to leave professional wrestling. And it's a very, very moving documentary. You have to be in the right frame of mind to watch it. And Nigel, if you see this, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it's very sad to see such a passionate professional wrestler lose his dream. And I wanted to see what happened, but it was very, very emotional and very, very sad, because you never want to see somebody stop doing what they love, especially when they're so good at it. But it was a very, very, very good wrestling documentary. And despite the sad ending and Nigel at this point not feeling like he fulfilled his dreams, I still recommend you watch it. I think it's an amazing thing, because it makes you feel emotion, and I think documentaries make you feel emotion and make you feel for the person they're portraying and what they're going through. This certainly did that, and I just think it's a fantastic wrestling documentary which doesn't get enough credit for being as bloody good as it is. So there it is. I've been talking about it enough. There he is, Nigel McGuinness there, kissing the ring mat, and it's signed there in silver by him. And it was actually 2012 this came out. I've just seen on the back there, 2012, there's the back. There we go. And just to show you as well, there is the inside cover. There we go. There we go. Now, the next thing I want to show you, and the last thing I want to show you, again, it's something that means a great deal to me. I actually crowdfunded this. Again, this is in my crowdfunding stage, and again, another documentary that is just fantastic. This came out, I think, it's on the front of 2015, and it is the resurrection of Jake the Snake, which also features Scott Hall and Diamond Page. I'm a huge fan of. Have been since WCW. I think he's just been incredible in what he's able to do in his career. I actually have his book up there. I actually have the big Diamond Page book. Positivity Page. There it is. I've just seen it on my shelf. Diamond Page, I think, has done wonders. And had it not been for Diamond Page, I dread to have thought what might have happened to Jake Roberts and to Scott Hall. But thanks to him and DDP Yoga and a different way of living and a different way of life, these guys have been able to resurrect themselves. They've been able to come back, and you see the results of it now. Scott Hall is fit, he's healthy. I actually got to meet Scott Hall. I think it was probably a year after this came out, and they say never meet your heroes. Scott Hall was a hero to me growing up. I watched Razor Ramon. I love Razor Ramon. And they said never meet your heroes, and they could not be more wrong. They could not be more wrong because Scott Hall was one of the nicest, most loveliest guys you could ever hope to meet. He was just so, so cool. And I had to talk to Scott a little bit about this because I had it with me and I wanted him to sign it. And I thought, oh, do I give it to him? Do I not? And I said, I kind of pulled it out and said, would you want to sign this for me? And he was so sweet. He was so, so sweet. And, you know, he signed this for me. Here it is. It's the Resurrection Jake the Snake, but it's signed by Scott Hall. Scott, obviously, a huge part of this documentary as well. It documents his journey and what happened to him. And very, very, very important phase of his life. And very, very important phase of what they were going through at the time, documents everything that happened, Jake falling off the wagon, different things happening, and trying to get back to his best. And, you know, this was, again, a very, very emotional documentary, but one that just buy it, because it is fantastic. It is worth watching on its own. It's so uplifting and really, really inspiring. I do DDP Yoga myself. I've actually got DVDs over there. I still have them on DVD. Yes, I do. Don't have the app stuff yet. But it's great. And, you know, DDP Yoga is something I recommend to anybody. You can do it anywhere. Even if you don't do it all the time, fit it in with other things that you do. Use it as part of your routine. It is really, really cool. And I know people like Chris Jericho have used it as well. But no, getting back to this, you know, Scott actually signed this Scott Hall for me. He didn't sign it Razor Ramon. He actually signed it Scott Hall as Scott Hall the person, which is a cool little touch. He said to me he doesn't do that much. So that was quite cool that he signed that as Scott Hall on that DVD there, about him and Jake and their struggles and their eventual resurrection back into wrestling. Talking of Jake Roberts, you can catch Jake again on AEW right now with Lance Archer, doing some incredible promos, just doing what he does best, being up there with a microphone or with a camera in front of his face and just cutting the best promos. I love seeing it. I absolutely love seeing it, seeing the passion in Jake's eyes when he's out there, when he's performing, when he's talking, when he's doing what he loves to do is just awesome. So love seeing that. And, you know, this played a massive part in Jake obviously getting into the WWE Hall of Fame. Also, them being able to go on and do this stuff with All Elite Wrestling. So, again, another really special DVD and something, again, well worth picking up. So, guys, there it is. There is the, again, another kind of mixed bag of bits and pieces. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at those and a bit of the stories behind them. I hope it's been a useful watch for you. Hope you guys have really enjoyed it. As usual, please leave a like, a comment, share, subscribe. Really help me out. So thanks so much if you could do that for me. If not, again, I'm not your boss. But if you could, it would be awesome. Thanks so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you again very soon.